These are the pictures Egyptians do not see on state television. Soldiers assaulting protesters, injured women, and children. That's what inspired a grassroots campaign called Kazeboon, or Liars. Setting up screenings in streets and squares across Egypt, activists say they want their message to be heard in every home.
The main goal is to get Tahrir Square out of Tahrir Square and into every neighborhood. What happened is that we, or protesters, or people believing in the continuation of this revolution, have been isolated inside the square, and that's due to the mainstream media being used by the military council now to tell all the lies.
Lies activists say they could no longer ignore, particularly after the latest round of violence in Cairo's city center last month. Security forces attacked witnesses and journalists filming the violence. None of that was mentioned on state television, which described protesters as saboteurs.
They've been in that mode for too long. Their loyalty is to the ruler, the regime, whoever that is. They're basically trying to please somebody at the helm, and they're not necessarily doing that by strict orders, but they're just doing it as a matter of habit, I suppose, by now.
But activists say Egyptians need to see the violence no matter how upsetting the pictures are.
Kazeboon is a shocking campaign. You also create doubt, and doubt is important because people will leave the screening and maybe go look for the truth.
These gatherings do not come without risk. In recent weeks, security forces have cracked down on various displays of dissent, including prosecuting people for distributing anti-military leaflets, arresting graffiti artists, and shutting down forums organized by activists.
Security forces haven't targeted Kazeboon directly, but the crowds sometimes come under attack from supporters of the military, and the screenings turn into marches. 1 year after the January 25th uprising, Egyptians find themselves between this side of the story and another one told by the generals who've positioned themselves as the defenders of the revolution. Rawya, Rageh, Al Jazeera, Cairo.